Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. It is Monday morning. It is January 8th. It's 2024. Things are finally starting to get a little cold out there, Dillon. We'll talk about the weather in just a minute here. But first, a reminder, you can watch us every morning right here on Facebook, Monday through Friday. We go live about 8 o'clock. You can also find us on your Facebook feed throughout the rest of your day. Also, find us on our Inform YouTube channel and on your favorite podcast platform. Just look for the Inform Minute. You can also join us live for First News from 5 to 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. All right, Dillon, today it's chilly out there, but not terrible. It's kind of like a average January day, I'd say, but it's getting colder in this 10-day forecast.
Yeah, pretty close to average. Good knowledge there. Our average high is about 18, 19 degrees, give or take a degree or two, depending on where you are. Going for about 22 today. Chilly out there this morning. Temperatures are in the single digits, but that's pretty typical for January. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. It's just we haven't felt this.
Yeah, we're not used to it.
Exactly. So I was very cold this morning. I was like, man, I'm not used to this. I'm pretty chilly.
Yeah, got to condition yourself a little bit.
Yeah. By the end of the week, though, single digits for highs.
Yeah, that's cold.
Woo.
That's chilly.
Yeah, so that'll be a lot colder. But anyways, a couple of flurries are possible today. Heavier snow far down in the south. Sioux Falls getting quite a bit of snow. Southern Minnesota getting snow. We won't see anything in Fargo. Could see a couple of flakes down to the south and southeastern part of North Dakota, west central Minnesota, maybe up to an inch. And then going into tonight, another cold night. Temperature single digits. Tomorrow, back to 20 degrees, partly cloudy, seeing some sun. Before we have a light snow chance on Wednesday.
What are you going to say next?
I don't want to. I just don't want to say it.
All right, spit it out, Dillon.
It's going to be cold.
Okay.
It's going to be cold. The rest of the week, highs in the single digits. Not only Thursday and Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well.
Oh boy, here we go.
It's going to be a stretch of single-digit highs and sub-zero lows, which we haven't had this winter.
Yeah.
Sub-zero low temperature yet.
Well, we held it off for quite a while.
We did.
We knew it's inevitable, though.
The record latest so far.
Yeah, crazy. And with all these colder temperatures making their way here, you talked a lot about some lights in the sky this morning. Tell us what that
Not
is.
aliens.
Not aliens. I said it looks like aliens.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures.
Fair.
Abductions.
Fair. Kind of looks spooky. And not aurora, not northern lights, but light pillars.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen them if you've been up here in a winter before. It's just when you have sources of light and you have ice crystals in the atmosphere. The ice crystals refract the light and you get these pillars shooting up into the sky. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what they are, can be scary. Maybe look like the northern lights, but we get those all the time, especially when things get cold. We get those ice crystals lofted into the air. And when we drop to temperatures not warming up above the single digits, we'll have a lot of those. A lot of the nights like that where you see those cool light pillars. So, cool thing.
The picture you showed this morning, where were those from?
Castleton and Grafton, I believe.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be like necessarily a large city.
No,
to see
not
these
at all.
light pillars.
You can
see them
sometimes,
all over the
correct,
place.
like sometimes even a small farmyard, you have a really solid like yard light, you can see that light just shooting straight up into the sky. It's really spooky.
Headlights.
What was that?
Headlights.
Headlights too.
Yeah.
I've seen them on interstate.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be weird. That'd be kind of trippy to see.
It is.
Wow. All right.
And so you can see them.
And so we get to see all these kinds of lights during the day. Some of those sundogs come out as well.
Yeah, sundogs. Yep, that's a similar phenomenon, but it's in the day, and it's because of the sun. And that's a whole other thing. We'll probably get into that maybe if we get some sundog pictures.
Yeah, for sure. And if you have any pictures of all those types of things, send them where?
Weather at WDAY.com. I was trying to think of something clever. nothing popped out there, though.
All
So
right.
weather at WDAY.com. That is our email address, and we love seeing all of your photos.
Yeah, we love those. All right, Dillon. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, we do have some breaking news this morning for you. A home in Otter Tail County is a total loss after a fire broke out there. It happened in rural Parkers Prairie, Minnesota. Thankfully, no injuries reported, but the cause of that fire is still under investigation this morning. Today, an ice assessment team at Upper Red Lake will be taking another look at ice conditions. That lake, as you know, is currently closed off to any type of vehicles going on there after several ice rescues already this season. We'll let you know what that ice assessment team decides, if they open things back up or keep them closed off to vehicles. Stick with us both on air and online for updates on that story. All right, today we're tracking a handful of court hearings on high-profile cases that WDAY has been reporting to you on. The big one in Moorhead today, James Coley is supposed to be in court for a competency hearing at 8:45 this morning. He's charged with murdering his own mother in December of 2022. And then in September, a judge ruled that he was not fit to stand trial. So the court is going to be revisiting that ruling today. Up in Grand Forks, Kindy Jallo will be sentenced today. He was convicted of murdering Douglas Elgert in an apartment. He faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. And then finally in Wahpeton, the man accused of hitting and killing a woman who was walking alongside the shoulder of a road, then driving off, is scheduled to be in court. Chad Olson faces up to 20 years in prison if found guilty of vehicular homicide. His blood alcohol level was over the legal limit when he was arrested by police. We'll have updates on all of those court hearings throughout the day on WDAY News. Starting today, the city of West Fargo will begin its Christmas tree service of picking them up. That means you can put that out on the boulevard. Just make sure you have all the stuff taken off the Christmas tree. The city's going to be doing that through Friday. Today, a big day in college football. The FBS National Championship game is tonight in Houston. That's where number 2 ranked Washington and number 1 ranked Michigan will face off tonight. Both sides have had perfect seasons, going 14-0. They'll also both be playing in the Big Ten next year, so that's going to be a switch up for next season. In case you didn't know, this is a local tie for you to the game, or at least regional tie. The Washington Huskies are coached by Kalen DeBoer. He's from Millbank, South Dakota, so a cool local tie to the national championship game tonight. You can watch it at 6:30 on ESPN. And then on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, you can watch that from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. I'm sure they're going to be talking about the national championship game. Also talking about the FCS national championship that happened yesterday. South Dakota State won a second straight championship. So what happens next with that program and the landscape of the FCS in 2024? Plus, Oak Grove has decided to co-op with Shanley to keep its football program alive. Don will talk about what went into that decision. You can watch on WDAY Extra and Inform.com from 9 to 11 this morning. And don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to Inform.com. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal. And then join us for the rest of our newscast today. Our next one's at 11 o'clock, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.